I'm not going to lie, it feels a little surreal to look at this. So, welcome to Servant Businessship Planner. I want to go through just some details. So, my goal in writing this and putting it together, research. I've always been somebody that I don't believe in something just because you tell me to believe in it. So, there's a whole lot of research. I won't be going into a lot of that today. That's more on the blog post. Secondly, and please go down the rabbit holes, find the things. Secondly, I got tired of having multiple planners. Like I had my work planner and then I had my life planner and then I had my habit tracker. And then like I'm ADHD neurodivergent to the max. So trying to keep track of three things sounds like a terrible idea to me, to be really honest. So my goal in this today is to give just a quick snapshot of how to make your life easier and put all your stuff in one place, right? But if you're watching this, I have a feeling that you want to be somewhere in life. You want to make something of yourself. And whether that's make something of yourself because you want to take care of your kids or financially be secure or whatever your reasons are, this is hopefully your planner. So you're going to notice in the upper right corner, there is a little guy that has a swirly gig. He's up in my top right corner with a line through a dash through it, and it goes back and forth. So we're going to use that guy to switch in and out. So I'm going to click it real quick and we're going to swipe to the right. So this day one first page will be in the beginning of every quarterly planner because yes, our goals are going to be year round, but shouldn't you always be thinking about that quarter a year from now? So you're going to notice that eventually they will start kind of rotating themselves out. Like you might have 4 quarters on your planner, but if you're already down the first quarter, this first quarter now in your planner is going to be for next year. So you're going to see a page like this again. So who are you now? How do you visualize yourself, right? Like these are the things that you can drag and drop here, or you can write a smiley face if you're a happy person, or maybe you're not happy yet, and so you're gonna put a sad face, right? So you can cut and paste from other images and just drag and drop into this. By the way, the program I'm using is called GoodNotes. It's been the easiest way that I have found to upload PDF. I have someone using it on Acrobat, and it seems to work just fine for them as well. So then you'll notice on the right, it says, what does the best year of your life look like? I have a hard time setting goals without setting them too high. So take a second, close your eyes, sit back. Your friends are coming over to celebrate the best year of your life. They are on their way right now. What are you celebrating? All right, when you open your eyes, I want you to write that down. I want you to be able to take the best year of your life and write it down here. Mine doesn't change too much year for year, but there are sometimes I find little tweaks that I notice are different. So that's who I am, right? That's the purple tab that we have up top. Next, we're going to go talk about how we're going to manifest it. I believe that wanting those things is totally okay, whatever it is you want. However, you want to make good happen in the world, whether it's for your family or your company or for your friends, that's your choice, right? But being able to put all of this into a vision board and clearly see where you're going, that's where I think we can start smoothing out the ride a little bit. So you notice that I'm going to break this down into 4 areas. Yourself. And if you notice, there's a whole lot of room to write in. So where do you see yourself a year from now? Where do you see yourself professionally a year from now? Health should be two different points of view. So you have mental health and you have physical health. I think you're probably going to have to find my vlog for more information about how I feel about mental health. I'm not going to go into it here, but they should be separate and they should be equal. Yeah, I'll keep myself from swirling. Finances. So you have three different areas of finances that run in your life. You've got savings, you've got what you want to spend things on, your bills, your shopping, your groceries, whatever. And then where do you want to serve? Where do you want to take your money and sprinkle a little bit of magic? Before I started diving in and doing all this research, I couldn't figure out that wealthy people that were happy had almost equal parts savings to serving, and then their self was actually their lowest. So it's not to say to go without the big fancy car, but it's to say to know how much income you have coming in comparison to going and buying that big fancy car. So it's all relative for each person, right? So Then you're going to go to the right side of the page and you're going to notice it says board. So on the page that says board, it's delivered into 4 quadrants. You're going to take those 4 things from the vision page and you're just going to break them down. For me, it's easier to go backwards. So if I know that my vision from the best year of my life is written down in sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to go to Q4 and I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to start here with what I need to do. And then I'm going to go to Q3. Then I'm going to go to Q2. And then I'm going to go to Q1. Because sometimes it's really hard to see actually where you need to go, especially if you're like me and you're a bit of a dreamer. This is the calendar for 2021. This is the whole year just in one page. I don't typically write on this page, but it's nice to see it all in one place. I've got a big calendar actually behind where I'm recording that will allow me to do all of that. But any super important dates you might just highlight in here. So I might just go in and pick the highlighter instead. Let's see here on the 16th of June. So we've got June here, the 16th and the 17th are super important dates in my company. So I'm just going to highlight them to make sure that they're taken care of rather than try to fill in the whole day. All right. So now we've talked about the vision board. We've talked about how to break it down quarterly. Let's take it a step further and break it down into monthly. You'll notice you're gonna break down monthly, but you're gonna look at it and be like, that is not enough room to write. All right, 2 things. One, when I write on this, I'll make it big and easy to read so that I can go in and write a little bit more freely. And I hope that's helpful. The other thing is that you already know what you need to do. This is just a in-between reminder. So just pick a word. So in number 3, I, in January, got rehooked up with my therapist and got rescheduled for the year. That's a lot, but I can put down therapist instead. And then I also restarted yoga. So that is my mental and my physical, right? So just pick one word that gives you that idea, that link, that step in between, okay? And if you notice, the right side ladder, that's a lot of little bitty bite sizes, but it's going to get you there a lot faster than trying to hang off and jump this huge step at this bottom ladder on the left-hand side. Hopefully that's a nice reference point to be able to catch up with. All right, so I'm going to go back to my right corner and change this out. So we've got each step of the year. We know what we're doing with our professional, our personal life, what we're doing mental and physically, and then what we're doing financially. But we might have some really good ideas with finances, but if you're anything like me, I really struggled wrapping my head around finances. I've spent so much of my life having to make enough money to pay the bills that I never thought about changing my bills so I could make more money. That might seem like a lot of work and it might be seem hard. What I learned was that by doing it every week and every month, just tracking. So this gives you the option that you can totally go in and you can set your dream self and your current self and your dream percentage and your current percentage. You also have the option though that you can go in and actually just put in where you're at now and put in where you want to be next year. This is your book. You can use it however you want. The budget month is going to take from, so on the right side, it's budget month goal. You're going to move that forward here in the next couple of pages. So we've got January. This is where you can fill in what you've got going on for the month. I use this for my personal stuff. Do I have any family birthdays? Is there family vacations I need to know about? Is anybody going out of town? Because that's stuff that I need to know, but I'm not necessarily going to keep it in my phone calendar. Now, this is where you get to write down some stuff. So if you notice at the bottom of the page, it says big goal for the month, and you've got several lines to write. So let's go back and look at our one step at a time. This breakdown, I'm going to take January and say love myself and therapist and yoga. And now I'm really able to go in and expand on that in the bottom of this page before I fill anything else in. So I'm going to go to the bottom of the page. I'm going to fill out 1, 2, 3, and 4 based on my one word answers in this one step button. So these little doodads on the side link everything for you. And then you get to break it down. Again, I'm going to make you pick one word because you've already done the work. So you don't need to keep expanding on things if you've already done the work, right? Make it simpler. So in January, the first week, I needed to call my therapist. That's it. I didn't have to set anything up. So I would write down call therapist. I wrote love myself under self. So maybe I just need to pick 1 hour dedicated to me. So under number 1, I'm going to put 1 hour. So I'm giving myself future clues as I move forward to see what I need to do. Remember how we did a budget earlier? You're simply going to transfer that over here, and all you're going to do is track. Just track for the month. I don't need you to change any habits. I think what you're going to find is that habits will just change because you're writing it down and paying attention. And then we're going to go into each week. I have spent so much of my life reacting to things because I don't plan out my weeks. I used to plan out my days, I used to plan out my months, but I didn't always plan out my weeks. So I'm going to put down my week of. Sunday for me personally is usually soul fuel. So instead of going through and writing out everything I want to do for that day, I might just write soul fuel kid bike. So that's my theory of what I want to happen, right? And it's this whole philosophy that if you want it to happen, you write it down because your brain thinks you've already done it. I'm digging that because now I'm going to look for it, right? So in the January tab, we broke down each week. So now I can come over and I can say that I need to call therapist and 1 hour to me on Wednesdays are my day, right? Wednesday and Saturday. Now, I'm not getting super nitty gritty because I want you to fill in your own blanks, but just kind of giving an idea of the breakdowns and the simplicity we can make with this. So now I've made my week. There's going to be no pages all the way through this. So you can totally go in and just write and scribble everywhere because I don't know about you, but when I go to meetings, I need a place to write stuff. And this goes everywhere with me because it's on my iPad. I already use it for everything. Now we're on our daily. Let's break this down just a step further. At the top of the day, you're going to put the date, and you are going to start your day with a phrase that fits you. I am. What are you? Are you resilient? Are you strong? Are you a warrior? Are you love? Are you empathy? Are you a listener? What are you? And I want you to start with a bold. So when you come in and write this, you'll notice there's a lot of space. So your emphasis is I am. So for example, I'm going to say today, I am tenacious. Okay, so I'd write down tenacious. And did you meditate today? There are a lot of studies about what meditation can do for you for depression, anxiety, and for working through trauma. So meditation. And then I haven't worked out yet, so I'm going to work out at 11 a.m. so that I know in my head that if I'm not working out at 11 a.m., then I've missed something. Okay. H2O, this is my goal for the day. I want to drink 3 glasses because I do not drink enough water. Ooh, I do have water in here. Visualization today. My visualization comes from my meditation practice. Whatever you want to bring it from is totally a-okay. So today I was visualizing I'm going to write goals and growth because I wrote down already today what goals I want to see happen by September and what kind of growth I need to happen. So I already got really specific earlier in my day, but you might just write down one word that gets you to tag into this. All right, so I'm going to stop work today at 7:30 p.m. and I want to be curled in bed by 9 p.m. An early bird. So 9 p.m. is huge for me, right? All right, this is really important because I think the world needs to know who you are. I must say that again. The world deserves to know who you are. You get to choose which part of you want to share. That's on you. But how will you share your magic with your friends today or with your family? Today, I just simply texted Gail, someone who has been a pivotal person in my life. She taught me things about myself I didn't know I needed to know. So I sent her a thank you message. Sometimes it can be big. Sometimes it can be making videos. Sometimes it can be throwing up a TikTok. Sometimes it's just sending somebody thank you because they didn't know that they changed your life. Sometimes it's just saying thank you for seeing me today. It can be as simple or as big as you need it to be. If you know me in personal life, you know I get too serious with everything. So I even get uncomfortable because I'm talking about it. I will have fun today. When? Today I will have fun. We had some students come in. So we did a speaking engagement with them. And tonight I get to do hair. So while I'm on the hair floor, if you're a salon owner or a stylist and you have guests coming in, is there somebody you're super excited to see? Is there something that you're looking forward to do, a balayage? If you are selling social media, is there a package you're excited to do? Like, where are you going to have fun with today? What are you going to do that's going to make you outside your comfort zone maybe, but could give you a little bit more joy in your life? All right. And then here, you're going to simply take those goals you've already written down and you're going to break them down even more bite size. Simplify them even more into your day so you know as you're going through today exactly where your beacon is going. I don't typically plan out my workouts for the week. I wish I could be that person, but I'm no longer that person. So I'm simply going to, at the beginning of the day, write down legs, push. So that's the type of workout I'm going to do for today. And then when I get done working out, I will actually come back and track it. And then meal plan, I track at the end of the day too. Use this how you will, before, after, whatever works for you. Deep breath. Okay. So then you're going to come over to the right side, and this beautiful thing up top is called pre-booking. Are you going to see that person again? Typically, this might be something in the service industry where you are regularly scheduling people, but did you invite them back? Seriously, I don't care if you're serving tables. Did 4 out of your 5 people, did you invite them to come back and see you? Because most of the time people don't come see you because you don't invite them. So you can just simply check mark and be done with it. You don't need to go in and do anything fancy. My plan is I see Susie at 2. I have a gentleman, Jerry, for color at 2:30. At 4 o'clock, I have a haircut. Denise, right? So I'm going to write these in, and then I'm going to come over and I have a board meeting here. And I had the students come in at this time. And by the way, my handwriting is not pretty or perfect for you. And if you're reading your own handwriting, it shouldn't be pretty or perfect either. Now, I want you to notice something that I do when I am doing something that I enjoy, but it is not necessarily making me money, so to speak, right? So I'm going to go in and I'm going to write SF. And that stands for soul fuel. I think so often we forget about harmony, and harmony should be about making money. And most creatives don't care about money. So they either spend all of their energy in soul fuel or all of their energy in making money. And then they're burnt out because they're not creating harmony in the two places. So I like to be able to write in soul fuel and then turn around, and over here, I'm going to write in Susie is going to be $76 for their service. Jerry is going to be $142 for their service, and Denise is going to be $76. So then down here at the bottom to the side, I'm going to take that total and I'm going to add it up. And then I'm just going to add 20% to it. 2 reasons. One, that 20% is going to tell me what I need to be able to offer them. And if I'm making this plan ahead of time, it's going to be a lot easier for me to do. If you want me to do another video on more information on that, please drop in the comments below. I will happily do more, but today's not the day. And then that 20% is also what kind of product I need to send home with them. So whether it is shampoo, conditioner, or hairsprays, I need to make sure I'm looking at their history. So that 20% does 2 things. 1, it's the upgrades I need to be offering my guests. And then 2, it's the kind of retail I need to send home with them. So one piece of math gives me 2 bits of information, makes everybody's life easier. Full transparency, this is the part that my associate usually fills out. Let's say I don't have a day behind the chair, right? So what might this look like then? Well, I can't put numbers on when I have a one-on-one or a PDM with my team, right? And I might not be able to put it on with my leadership meeting, or what's something else that I have? Working on the website, right? It's hard to tell exactly what kind of dividends those are going to pay back, right? Like you're not going to be able to look at a website and say, ooh, you make me this much money when you're setting it up, but you know eventually it's going to make you money, right? So I'm going to put those on a reference point. My team, because I feel like I can directly affect that, gives me $2 signs. Leadership is 3. Fun fact, she'll hopefully take over my company someday. And then the website, I'm going to put 1 because we're in the infancy stages. So now I also know where I'm putting my energy, right? So I've got some soul fuel, but I need to make sure I'm taking a break here because that's a lot of soul fuel and then straight into more money. And quite frankly, that's kind of a long day. So I need to make sure that I'm not trying to fill that space in, because so often I will fill every hour of every day and then I can't figure out why I get home and I'm beat and I'm exhausted and I can't function the next day. Now, speaking of harmony, all of this is to say that today I'm behind the chair doing hair, so I will have money to do here and I'll get out here. Yes, it's a long day, but I have tomorrow off. That's my version of harmony. However you make it happen is great. At the bottom, it says challenge. Did you challenge yourself today? I don't care if it's a running challenge. I don't care if it's a drink more water challenge. I don't care if there's a diet challenge or on whatever your challenge is. Are you doing a new breathwork technique? Whatever that is, just simply write it down here. So mine currently is I am challenging myself to meditate every day, 5 minutes, doing different techniques. I'm not going to write all that in. My challenge, so yes. I did kind of meh today, really, to be quite frank. And if you think about it, once you're going into the challenge in the day, this is your nighttime routine. So this might be when you get home. This might be right before you go to bed, whatever that looks like for you. Today, what I did well. So today we're going to pretend like, ooh, yeah, I didn't rewrite my books. So today, whatever I did well. And then what I want to do better tomorrow. I live by the mantra, did I do everything I could today to be the best person I want to be? If I did my best, I'm good. But I'm always going to want to do better tomorrow. So I'm going to write that down. And then visualization today. Yep, did that this morning. Did I stop work on time? And did I have fun today? I want to check in and do the things that allow me the most joy in life. At the end of it, what gave me gratitude? What gave me gratitude was Marnie speaking and my wife's checks and notes. Okay. And then tomorrow I need to make sure that I set up coffee meeting and leadership team because I'm getting my teeth taken out. So I'll be at the dentist for like 4 hours. So those are the only 2 things I need to make happen tomorrow, but at least they're in my head. So when I go to bed, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to forget. And then did I go to bed on time? And what time do I want to wake up tomorrow? Actually, you know what? I want to sleep in tomorrow because I've worked so much. So we're just going to go ahead and sleep in until 6:30 a.m. That's a lot to plan, but I hope you're noticing that it's not taking me a super long time to fill in just this day part. All right, so we're done with the day. We're going to get to the end of the week and we're going to go up, swatch it out so we can hit our links on the sides, and you're going to rate your week. I just want you to look at the 5 stars. How did your week go? Was it a 3-star? Was it a 5-star? And then fill out the left side of the page first. So where it says self and gratitude and how it felt, you're going to fill out that part before you do anything else, right? So looking at what does this feel like, And then I want you to go back and X out how many days did you actually fill in these things and do them. So often we get to the end of the week, if we did not have something go right, we'll expect that the whole week felt here, but in reality, we'll have done the whole thing here. We don't speak in absolutes with ourselves because we're scared of what we're going to find out. And honestly, accountability is how you game on and level up. So this is going to allow you that and see the truth of how awesome you really are. This week I excelled at what was my best part? What did I learn from? Time audit. Look at your week. Where did you spend time? I had to reset all of my apps today because I didn't realize that I've spent 8 hours on TikTok. Y'all, it's a Tuesday. That means from Sunday to today, I've watched 8 hours of TikTok. It's fun, y'all. Ain't nobody need to spend 8 hours on TikTok. So time audit, and then what did I accomplish this week? I'm not going to go back and look at my list is. I'm just going to go straight from my head. What do I accomplish this week? And then how did I win? What did I do that was so epic this week? So I got the podcast uploaded, right? And then over in this corner right here, I'm going to take all those days that I had tracked actual financial numbers on, and I'm going to put them in this box so that I can track it for the whole week. If I don't have actual numbers that week, I'm going to count how many actual dollar signs I had. So I might have dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Or like last week I was on vacation, I might just have soul fuel. Just be honest with yourself, whatever that looks like. Again, this is part of the tracking every week will change your habits, but you don't have to change your habits until you're tracking every week. Simplify it. Goals next week. What focus level are you on? Are you creating a new habit? Are you at the like, I've created the habit, but I keep creating excuses. So now I need to look at where my excuses lie, which is the no excuses. Or are you at the next level of like, I'm mastering, but I just need a little bit more time to master it so that I can jump to the next level and I'm ready to add things on. You'll then go through and fill that level here for whichever one you're in. Do you need to work on yourself more? Do you need to add to your gratitude? Is waking up hard for you? Do you have a bedtime routine? Are you having fun? Are you working out? Are you meal planning? Are you eating every day? You know, sometimes I get so busy that I just don't eat. Well, that's a crapshoot. We all know that we don't feel good that way. And then storyboard. Oh, that was something I forgot to talk about in the week. Storyboard. I am releasing this digital planner. So all of my social media will be focused on this digital planner, and that's going to be my storyboard for the whole week. So let's go back. This is in your top left-hand corner of Good Notes. And I want to find the beginning of my week. All right, so we're going back to the beginning of our week. If you notice story time here, I might put IG, digital planner, Facebook, giveaway, Facebook Live. For the coffee shop, I happen to know that she goes in and she'll put Dumbledore, and then Mocha, and that just gives her an idea of what she needs to be posting. Now, just remember, this is all about creating that future you. And you're just writing notes to yourself in the future. You don't have to have everything memorized. That's what this is for. Next week, what are you going to do less of? What are you going to do more of? What are you looking forward to? And what do you need to carry on? What is something you didn't get to, or what is something you need to start for the next week? And then at the very bottom of the page, you'll notice it says, I win when. What will make you win? What do you need to do in the next coming week to feel successful? Is there a dollar amount you need to hit for sales? Is there a goal that you're trying to accomplish in running? Like, what's the one thing you need to do? And you'll know you win. So fill out these two parts at the bottom. Last but not least, the month. You're going to try out and do it again for the month. Like, really look at it. How did it feel? And then how many weeks did you actually do it? Now, if you're doing this every day, your week will be easy to fill in and your month will be easy to fill in. I can tell you from experience that I've not filled things in, and then I come 2 weeks later and I'm like, why is this so hard? It's not. 20 seconds a day then builds up into 5, 10, 20 minutes of dread. Do it daily, make your life so much better. You'll soar amongst the stars. Again, you can just go around. Each month has all of the predates. You can fill in the goals at the bottom. And then we're going to go to the very last page. At the end of 3 months, where are you now? Are you somebody different? Have you changed? What happened? And then which parts do you want to recreate? So you can use a digital collage, you can write this in, whatever feels good to you. And then once you're done with this, you're going to turn around and get the next quarter and rinse and repeat. I'd love to know how this serves you. I'd love to know if this is helpful. And I cannot wait to see how you become the person you want to be. And I'm so here for it.